Hi, my name is Alison and I work for Keithley Healthy Living. One of our specialist programs is Rethinking Pain, and I specialise in movement techniques to support people with persistent pain. Together, we're going to support you to get moving more. So before we start today's workout, you need to check the area around you is free from any hazards, nothing to trip or fall over, nothing sharp to knock into. You need to be wearing something on your feet that's going to stop you from slipping. And before you participate today, you need to be feeling fit and well, free from any medical conditions, illness or injury. In my workout this afternoon, we're going to use a chair, so make sure you've got a nice steady chair available for you. Okay. So today's exercise session is part of our Rethinking Pain programme. It's about supporting you to get moving more in your own home. So you should be wearing clothes that you feel comfortable in, and we're going to work in ways that's safe and within your abilities. It's natural to feel a little hesitant about moving more when you have pain, but if you gradually become more active, it's unlikely to cause you any harm and you will start to feel the benefits. Today's session is going to be a mix of gentle seated movements. So we will work through some mobility exercises for the whole body. Then we'll start working the fingers into the arms, the core, the middle of your body, the legs. And then we'll finish the session with some lovely stretching activities that'll be nice and relaxing for you. If there's anything you don't feel comfortable with, please feel free to miss that exercise out. We're taking things at our own pace today and hoping that it's going to be a friendly, fun and enjoyable session. So don't forget to like the page or message me in the chat box to let me know that you're joining me this afternoon. And if you want to ask me or anything at the end of the session or during the session, please do enter your comments in the chat box and I will try my best to answer them. Okay then, so we're going to start by just taking a gentle shoulder shrug with our shoulder. So back tall, tummy in nice and tight, and we're just sitting comfortably on the chair with our feet flat on the floor and our knees nicely bent. So we're just going to do 2 more on that shoulder, and then we're going to move over to the other shoulder, back tall and tummy in nice and tight, shoulders back. Nice and relaxed, gentle movement, just mobilizing that shoulder and working into that exercise. From here now, we're just going to take a roll with that shoulder. So we're just going to roll the shoulder around, keeping the back tall, keeping the tummy in nice and tight, nice, gentle, easy movement. And then we're going to take it just round to the other side, keeping that back tall, tummy in nice and tight, and circling round. And then we're just going to check them gently both together. Very, very nice and gently. Take care not to jerk. And then from here we're just going to take the head and look to the right and the centre. Left and centre. And then just looking up, we're not going to glance up too far because we don't want to take the neck back. So looking down, glancing up and looking down, warming up that neckline. From here we're going to start to warm up our feet. So we're going to take the heel into floor, tip of the toe to the floor, and we're just moving through that foot. I'm moving my bicep at the same time. If you want to join in with your arm, you can. And then we're going to move over to the other side. Heel into floor, tip of the toe to the floor, moving through that foot. And then from here, this position, we're going to just lift the right knee up. So we're lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. Working through that leg. And over to the other side, just 8 little knee lifts. not too high. If you're restricted on lifting your knee, don't worry, just work within your limits on where you can lift your knee to. And then from here we're going to do a ham curl, so we're just taking that right foot again and curling it back. So stretching it out and curling it back. Working the back of the legs there, warming up those hamstrings. Let's do 2 more this leg. And then we're moving to the other side. So curling with that hamstring, heel towards the bottom. Back toward tummy in. Let's do 2 more this side. And then bring it back to the centre. Foot flat on the floor, take our arms in front, and we're turning towards the right to warm up the middle of the body. So turn to the right and centre, left and centre, keeping those shoulders back, keeping that tummy in nice and tight, knees nice and soft, side and centre, nice and controlled, nice smooth movements. 1 more each side. And relax the arms down. From here we're going to imagine that we've dropped something on the floor and we're just going to lean over slightly as if we were picking it up. Shoulders back, and we're going to lean to the side and lift up. To the side and lift up. Keep those shoulders back. Keep that tummy nice and tight. And we're going over to the side and back to centre. To the side and back to centre again. And 1 more. We will just repeat our little ham curls, ankle curls and toe curls, warming up the foot. And if you want to join in with a bicep, you can. And then over to the other side, heel and toe, working through the ankle joint and the hamstring at the same time with a little bicep curl to warm us up. We're going to do a little bit of seated marching now just to get the heart rate up and get us a little bit warmer. So we're marching through. You can do this on your full foot or you can do it on your toes. Decide where you want to work today, whatever's most comfortable for you. I like to do it on my toes, but I know quite a few people in my classes like to use their whole foot for this one. So we're going to go a little bit faster if we can. And then we're just going to slow it right down. A little bit faster now. A little bit faster. And again, just slow it straight down. Let's go to alternate knee lifts. So just lifting and lowering each foot and placing it back to the floor each time. Nice and gentle as you lift that foot down. Again, maintaining your posture. So you're keeping your back tall and your tummy in as you do that. Lifting, lowering, lifting, lowering, lifting, lowering. Okay, I'm going to give the hands a little shake now. Get them circulation going in the hands. And we're going to take the hands out to the front. And back again. To the front. And back again. And then we're just going to take one hand in front and we're just going to circle that hand. Do a little wrist circle. And just breathe it away. Original side. 3, 2, 1. And back. 3, 2, 1. We're going to clench the fist now and do a wrist flexion. So we're going to put that fist up and put that fist down. Lift it up and down. Up and down. Up and down. And from here we're going to flex each finger. It's good to get the fingers working, especially if you have arthritis in your fingers. Always good to get them moving and flexing them out. And back again. One more time. Flex and rest that hand down. Let's do the same with the other hand. So first of all, out in front, and then we're just going to circle that hand around. Almost like a roll wave. And back the other way. Circle it back round. Back again the first direction. 4, 3, 2, 1, and back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Clench the fist. Flex and back. Flex and back. Lifting up. Pushing that wrist forwards. And then we're going to go through each finger. So through each finger, just flexing those fingers, getting some movement in there, and back the other way. One more time. And relax it down. Let's march through those feet again. Keep that heart rate up. Keep us warm. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to just push the fingers together now. And as we do that, we're just going to leave the heels a little bit too, so we get a bit of movement in our lower body. So pushing through each finger, finger to thumb. Push. And back. Once more. Just move those legs at the same time. And relax it there. From here, we're going to just take the arms out in front and we're going to do a little bicep curl. So we did these slightly in the warm-up. So we're just going to curl the bicep, the hand towards the shoulder. Palms facing upwards. So you're making a fist and you're taking it up. 2, 3, and last one to the other side. So again, palm is facing up and you're taking that fist towards your shoulder. Remembering our posture, so our feet are flat on the floor with our back nice and tall. Taking the fist up. Let's move them both together. If you wanted to advance this move, because remember the video is on demand, so you can watch the video again in your own time. So if you wanted to advance this move, you could use some little hand weights if you have some hand weights. Or if you haven't got any hand weights, you can use a bottle filled with water to make a little weight for yourself. Or if you've got some tins in your cupboards at home, you could hold on to some tins as you do this exercise to work through those biceps. And from here, we're just going to lift those arms up and take the elbows out to the side. So our elbows are in line with our shoulders. And we're going to bring the elbows together in front of the body and then take them back, so we're working the upper arms and the chest. As we do this, we're just going to keep our feet moving so we maintain the venous return to the heart, so that we don't put on any stress on our heart, particularly if we suffer with any heart conditions or blood pressure issues. So we're just going to take it in and take it down. Take it in and take it down. Keeping those feet moving at the same time. Also working the back of your calves, so it's a bonus exercise for you. And we're just going to take it in and take it out. Nice and controlled. Remember, you don't have to do every single exercise. If you've done 4 and you feel that's enough, that's fine. If you've just done 2 and you feel that's enough, that's just fine. Work at your own pace. It's all about the gradual working up to a level, and all about enjoying ourselves as we're doing our exercise. 2 more. And last one, relax those arms down. Just give them a little shake and we'll just roll the shoulders around a little bit. And back the other way. As we bring those arms up again into that chest press position, we're just going to bring them to the front. So our fists are in front of us and we're looking at our fists, head in front. And we're going to take the elbows down now towards the tummy and up. Down and up. Down and up. So again, working the muscles in the tops of the arms. If you want to make that a little bit quicker, you can pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Let's do 4 little ones again. If you don't want to do the second set, that's fine. We're just going to lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Give the hands once more shake. And we're going to do our last arm exercise now. So we're going to just take the right hand out to the side and clasp the fist as if you're holding a hand weight. If you've got hand weights at home and you want to use them, fine. Again, like I said earlier, if you're watching the video back and you want to use a tin or a bottle of water, you can do this to make it harder. But trust me, it's hard enough with just gravity. So we're just going to take it down and lift it up. The palms are facing down towards the floor. And we're just taking it down and up. And we're taking it nice and controlled through gravity because we want the muscle to do the work. If we move it too quickly, it's momentum that does the work. So we just want to take it nice and steady and controlled, working through that muscle. Let's do 2 more like this. And last one. Let's go down for 2 and then up for 2 this time. So we're taking it down for 2 and up for 2. Down for 2 and up for 2. Again. Remembering our posture, keeping our hips facing forwards and keeping our back tall. Last one, and relax it down. Let's do the same on the other arm. So we're just lifting and lowering. The palm is facing down towards the floor. So our fist and our fingers are down towards the floor. And we're just taking it out to shoulder height and then back down again. And you should feel it on the top of the arm there on what we call the deltoid muscle. And we're just lifting and lowering and lifting and lowering. Last one. And then we're going to go down for 2 and up for 2. Down for 2 and up for 2. Nicely controlled. Final 2. And last one. We'll give those arms a rest now. They've worked hard enough. So we're going to move on to the lower body, starting with some knee lifts. So we're just going to start off with the right leg and we'll do 8 little knee lifts. Lift, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then over to the other side. If you can't lift your knee quite as high as me, don't worry. Just work within your own capability. And you will gradually find that each week or each time you do these, you can do a little bit more or get that leg a little bit higher. Last one. And then over to the other side. We're going to do 8 knee lifts again, but this time we're going to take the hand towards the knee. So opposite hand is going to the opposite knee. So I'm taking my left hand over towards my right knee. So I'm taking it across and back. So I'm still just lifting that knee straight up in front of the body. It's the hand that's the one that's going across. Two more. Last one, relax it there. Over to the other side. So again, my right hand this time is going across to my left knee. Across and back. So again, lifting in front of the body. It's the hand that moves across. 2 more. Last one. We're going to repeat that again. If you want to stick with the hand, that's fine. If you want to advance the exercise slightly, you can take the opposite elbow to knee. So this time it's either the right hand or the right, I said that wrong. I'm going to say this time it's either the left hand towards the right knee or the left shoulder across to the right knee. Are we ready? So let's just take it across. So we're going to take it opposite elbow to knee, cross and back. Stick with the hand if you prefer to use the hand. 2 more. And relax. Over to the other side, opposite hand to knee. So this time it's the right hand and the left knee. Elbow to knee if you prefer and you want to advance it slightly. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Still sticking with the legs, but a different exercise. This time we're going to curl the feet, flex the feet forward as we do a heel dig. So we're just going to push the foot forwards. So we're straightening that leg out and the heel is going down onto the floor. Heel digs onto that floor. We're going to add a push with that exercise. So we're just going to push forwards with those alternate legs. Flexing through those legs. Getting those legs working. Also using the upper body a little bit too here. Push, push. Shoulders back, nice and controlled. 2 more. And rest there. Okay, from here we're going to curl the hamstring. So we did a little bit of this earlier. We're going to just curl the foot up and curl the foot back. So we're taking it into the air, lifting it and curling it back. So we're just doing the right hand side here. Flex and curl, flex and curl. Let's have 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and over to the other side. The hamstring curl is always great for circulation. So we're going to do the same on the other side, keeping that head in line with the spine. Heel back towards your bottom, shoulders back. Curling and back, curling and back. Final one, and release it there. We're going to do the same exercise but a little bit quicker this time. So we're going to kick forward. So we're going to kick, 2, and we'll do alternates. Kicking forwards. Imagine someone stood in the front of you and you're going to boot them out the way. Kick forwards. This is a great one for both the hamstrings and the coordination. Don't worry if you end up with the wrong leg. Let's have 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and rest there. Okay, we're going to do the toes now. So thinking about the muscles at the back of the legs, the calves, and the feet. So we're going to just raise up onto the toes and down again. Lift and down again. Now we're going to do the opposite to that. Instead of lifting the heels off the floor, we're going to just lift the toes off the floor. So pushing those toes up. And this is a great one to practice while you're sat watching television, or if you sat listening to your favourite music, you can tap along with the beat. 2 more. And last one. Okay, now we're going to combine these two together. So we're going to lift the heels off the floor, push back onto the heels and lift the toes off the floor. So heels off, toes off, heels off, toes off. And we're working there through both the front of the legs and the back of the legs in the calves. Heels off, toes off. Again, this is a nice one to practice coordination, and you can do it while you're sat watching the television, because that's what today's workout's about. All exercises that you can do in the comfort of your own home. 2 more. And last one. We're going to move over onto ankle strengthener now. So we're going to cross one leg in front of the other leg. So I'm going to cross my left foot onto my right leg. Okay, so one's in front of the other. And what we're going to do now is that same toe exercise, just lifting and lowering, but we're going to do it with the feet in front of each other. So I'm just going to turn sideways on a bit more so you can see what I'm doing. So we're just going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. So that foot, the ankle, has to lift the weight of the other leg. And this is particularly good for people if you've had a stroke, at helping to get the leg that's not moving. So we're going to do that 2 more times. And last one, relax there. Cross over the other way. It's a great ankle strengthener. So if you've got weak ankles, this is a really good exercise to do. So again, we're just taking the heel off the floor, lifting the weight of the other leg. So lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering, keeping those hips facing forwards so your body's in a nice straight line. Lift, lower, lift, lower. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Well, our legs and feet definitely had a good workout there. So we're just going to circle those feet round and back the other way. Just loosen up those ankle joints. And then over to the other side, circling round. And back the other way. Relaxing down. From here, our feet are flat on the floor, and we're going to do something that's going to work the inner and outer thighs. Also, really good one for working the pelvic floor. So, ladies, always great to work our pelvic floor muscles. Gentlemen, pelvic floor exercises are really good for the prostate. So, it's important that we do these, and they're really good ones to do. Again, you can do them at home just while you start watching the television. So, what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze the thighs together and release them out. So, squeeze together and release them out. So as we're doing that, we're thinking about squeezing the very top of our thighs together as if you're lifting up inside. So squeeze and release, squeeze and release, using those inner thighs. So you'll feel it on your inner thighs as you squeeze in, outer thighs as you go out. Squeeze in and out, squeeze in and out. 2 more. And last one. This time we're going to squeeze and hold for 8 seconds. Now when I say hold, I mean hold the exercise. Don't hold your breath. It's important that you keep breathing while you exercise. So we're going to squeeze and hold. So squeeze in, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and release. If you find it difficult to hold for 8 seconds without holding your breath, try counting with me, because believe me, when you count, it's impossible to hold your breath. So if you're finding it difficult to do it without holding your breath, count out loud with me. Okay, so we're going to squeeze in and hold. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, release, And one more time, squeeze in and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and release. Well done. Don't forget to have a drink of water while you're exercising. So if you're feeling thirsty at all, do go grab a drink of water. You can always pause and come back to us later. Okay, so we're going to work the tummy now around the area that everybody always asks me in exercise classes to work. They always ask me for exercises for the tummy. So that's exactly what we're going to do now. So we're going to move ourselves slightly forward, so we're making sure that we're on the edge of the chair with plenty of space at the back of us. Okay, make sure that you're stable, so your feet are flat on the floor, so that you're not going to tip up on the chair. Okay, we're going to take the hands in front. And we're just going to take the body backwards, keeping the back flat still. So we're taking our body backwards more or less from your bottom. We're going to use the tummy muscles and the pelvic floor to lift us up. So if you come up, you can actually squeeze the pelvic floor as you come up as well, and you get an extra exercise in there. So we're taking it back and using the tummy muscles to lift us up. Back and lift us up. Back tall, tummy in nice and tight. Back and lift up. Careful not to arch the back. Just keep the back nice and flat. Lift up. Use those tummy muscles. Head in line with the spine. Shoulders in line with the hips. Again, you don't have to do all the exercises, all the repetitions, should I say. Just do as many as you feel comfortable with. And if you want to rest, that's fine. 2 more. And let's do that and rest there. Okay. From here, we're going to just keep the hands in front. We did this in the warm-up. We're going to do some little oblique turns. So we're just working the sides of the body. So from this position, we're just going to turn to the right and the center. Back to the right again. Pushing into the hands. Keeping the hips facing forward, so we're just turning at the waist. 1 more. Now we're going to go over and do the same to the left. Side and center, side and center. Hips facing forwards, back tall. 2 more this side. Last one. Over to the other side now. Let's do 4 each side. So back to the right side, side and center. That's 3. And then that's 4. And over to the other side. Side and center, side and center. 2 more here. Last one. Now 2 each side. 2 each side. Repeat that. 2 each side. Last one. Relax. Give the hands a quick shake before we bring them forward and we do a second set on those tummies and those abdominals. So hands in front. Make sure you've got that space at the back of you. And we're just going to take that body back. And lift up, keeping those feet flat on the floor to support us as we do this. So taking it back, lifting up, keeping that head in line with the spine, so the spine's nice and straight. Using those tummy muscles to lift us. Taking it back, lift up, back, lift up. Tummy nice and tight, shoulders back, lift up, back, and lift up. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Relax it there. From here, we're just going to take our hands onto our thighs and we're just going to slide the hands down over the knees towards the calves, and we're just going to have a nice back straightening exercise. So this is a very, very gentle, slow move. You should never jerk your back. So it's a very, very slow move. Okay, so we're sliding our hands over the knees, sliding them over the knees down towards the calves, You can just hold it there in the calf if you like, with your head in line with the spine and your face looking slightly down. Or if you want to go a little bit further, you can go down towards your shoelaces. And some of you might even be able to go down towards your toes. Now, as we come up, we're gradually keeping that head in the same position, sliding the hands up. And it's a very, very slow movement. We need to take care with this, especially if you have low blood pressure issues, because we don't want to move up too quickly. So first of all, we're taking the hands back over the knees, onto the thighs. Now, first of all, uncurling the shoulders as we restack the back vertebra by vertebra, and then bringing the head up and shoulders and relax. Let's do that again. So sliding the hands down over the knees, and then down in front of the calves, to the shoelaces, and to the toes, if we can. Remember, you don't have to go all the way down. If you can just touch under your knees, that's fine. Everyone's different. And then we're just going to slide it slowly up, keeping that head in line with the spine as we slowly start to stack the back, vertebra by vertebra. And then we're taking the hands over the knees, onto the thighs, shoulders back, and head up last, looking forwards in a nice neutral position. And then we're going to do that again. So hands over the knees, sliding down in front of the calves, towards the shoelaces, to the toes, and then sliding all the way back up. Over the knees, unstacking the back, onto the thighs, shoulders back, and head up. And last one, sliding the hands down over the knees, onto the calves, to the ankles, to the shoelaces, to the toes, head in line with the spine. And then we're just going to uncurl for the final time, slowly, vertebra by vertebra, over the knees, onto the thighs, head in line with the spine, shoulders back, and head up. Okay, how are we all? That's quite a nice exercise, that, for really straightening out the back. Okay, last exercise is again to do with the tummy and the back and the core area, and it's what we call seated cat and cow. So we're going to place our hands onto the thighs, and we're going to pull the tummy in and round the lower back, just like you would imagine a cat doing this on all fours on the floor. So we're just going to pull the tummy in and round the lower back, and then we're going to just lift up, pressing the chest forward. Careful not to take the head back too far, just pressing the chest forwards. And then we're just going to do that again. So pulling the tummy muscles in, rounding that lower back, having a nice stretch through that lower back. And then pressing that chest forwards. One more time, pull it in. And relax there, pressing forwards. This time we're going to take that tummy in, pull back, and we're going to just stretch out that lower back area. So keep your head in line with the spine. And relax it there. We're going into our relaxation and stretching exercises now. So the cat stretch, the one that we've just done, is the very first stretch that we're going to do today. We're now going to move on to an upper back stretch. So what I want you to do is just take your hands forward and around your upper back, so as if you're pushing the hands away from you. Hold that stretch. And then from here, we're just going to reach up towards the ceiling. Holding the stretch above the head, stretching through the tummy muscles. If you suffer with any blood pressure issues, if you just keep your toes wiggling here, feet moving. And then we're going to relax those hands down and place them in the small of the back. Press the chest forward, so I'm feeling that nice stretch across the front of my chest. Relax it there. Now we're going to try and reach the right hand between the shoulder blades and take the left hand over the top. If you're struggling to get your hand over the top, you can just push from the front. We're aiming to feel a nice stretch in the upper arm here in the tricep. Relax the arm down now, and we're going to do the same on the other side. So take it between the shoulder blades, over the top, or pushing from the front. From this position, we're just going to take the hand onto the side of the head and reach out to the side. Okay, careful not to pull on your neck with this one. We're just leaning the head to one side and stretching out with the arm, so we feel a lovely stretch along the neckline and along through the arm. It always reminds me of the nursery rhyme, I'm a little teapot, does this stretch. And then we're going to do exactly the same over onto the other side. So taking the hand to the side of the head and reaching out. Again, not pulling on the neck, we're just leaning the head to one side, feeling that stretch along the arm. The hand that's out to side, we're going to bring that one in front now and show me the palm. Stop. And then we're going to place the hand between the joints. So you can either place them between the elbow and the wrist or between the elbow and the shoulder, but it should be between the joints, not on the joint. So I'm going to hold it between the wrist and the elbow because that's most comfortable for me. Try it, see which one works for you. So from here we're taking it across the body, so the arms across diagonal, and we're feeling that lovely stretch through the upper arm. Releasing it down and doing the same on the other side. Hand in front as if you're going to say stop. Hold between the joints, either here or here. And then we're going to take that hand in front of the body. Shoulders back, tummy in nice and tight. Feel that stretch in the upper arm. Release there. Next stretch, we're going to think about the feet, the legs. So comfortably, get yourself comfortable on the chair. You might want to just move your body weight backwards a little bit from where we were with the last set of exercises. So my bottom's now further back on the chair. And we're just going to pick up the right leg and hold it underneath the knee. So between the hamstring and the calf. Again, you might not be able to lift yours quite as high as I am, or you might be able to lift it higher than I can. Everyone's different, so lift it to where you can. And then we're just going to circle the toe around and then circle it back the other way. We're going to point that toe forward now and then flex the foot, so we're feeling a stretch through the back of the leg, through the back of the hamstring. You can reach towards your toes. If you prefer to place the foot on the floor and reach towards your toes, that's fine. Pick the position that works the best for you. Everyone is different. Again, some people can reach past their toes. Unfortunately, I'm not one of them. Some people will be able to reach to their toes or shoelaces. Some people can just reach the calf. We reach to where you can reach to. As long as you feel the stretch at the back of the leg, that's the right stretch for you. We're going to place the heel now onto the calf as we feel that stretch through the outer thigh. If you're feeling the stretch there, you can just leave that stretch exactly as it is along there. If you'd like to increase that stretch, you can slide that leg a little bit further up your thigh, up your calf, so the heel is just underneath the knee. Or if you want to advance that stretch further, you can lift the heel up onto the thigh. So hold the stretch in that position that's the best for you. So here or here is fine. And then relax. We're going to take the leg over the other leg now. So whether it's here or here, we're just taking the opposite hand towards the knee and turning to the side. Feeling a stretch down the sides of the body. If you would like to advance that stretch, you can put the elbow to the knee. Release down, and we're going to do the same on the other side. So first of all, drawing the knee in towards the chest, holding it there. From this position, we're just circling around with those toes and back the other way. Pointing that toe forwards now. And then we're flexing through that foot and reaching towards those shoelaces. Again, if you prefer to place the heel down on the floor and reach the toes and shoelaces that way, that's fine. Everybody will be different. Some people can reach their toes and pass them. Some people may just reach their shoelaces. Some people might just want to reach their calf. As long as you feel that stretch through your hamstring, that's right for you. Now placing the heel of that leg onto the calf of the other leg, so we get a stretch through the outer thigh. If you want to increase the stretch, you can slide that leg a little bit further up, or you can place it on the top. Again, everyone's different. Choose a position that works for you. Hold the position, hold the stretch, and then we're going to take the opposite hand to the opposite knee, feeling the stretch through the sides of the body. If you want to advance it, you can take the elbow to the knee. Switch sides, so same knee and elbow together, opening out the chest. Relax it there and return back to the centre. Next exercise, we're going to take the right leg out to the side. Again, everyone's different, so you might not be able to reach out quite as far as I can, or again, you might be able to reach out further. We're trying to feel the stretch here in the inner thigh, so even if it's just that you need to bend that leg and take it out to the side that way, that's absolutely fine. So one leg is in front, one leg is out to the side, either with the knee facing the toe and going outwards, or the toes pointing forward. So choose the best position for you. Hold the stretch, feeling it in the inner thigh, and return the legs back to centre. Same thing to the other side. So one knee is pointing forward, so we're going to take the right foot out to the side this time. Feeling that stretch. If you prefer, you can take the knee out to the side and feel the stretch. As long as the knee is pointing the toes, choose a position that's best for you. And then we're bringing those feet back to the centre. Almost there now. Let's take the hands down to the sides, and we're going to lift up and across the body, so we're getting a lovely stretch down through the sides of the body. And this is one of my favourite stretches. And then we're going to release down and do exactly the same at the other side. Up and reach over. Relax those arms there. Take a big reach up and a big deep breath down. Reach up and release down. One more time. Reach it up and release it down. Give your hands a shake, legs a shake, and give yourselves a well-deserved clap. Thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. As I said earlier, don't forget to message me in the chat or like the page to let me know that you're joining me. If you'd like to watch any of these videos, they will be on demand, so they're left on here so you can come and join again at any time. It's normal to feel a bit of muscle soreness when you start doing some of these exercises because you're working different muscles to what you've worked before. But remember, that is absolutely normal. By attending the sessions each week, together we'll build on our mobility and our strength and confidence. And most importantly, over the weeks, you'll learn to do more or be able to do more. So please join me again next week at the same time. You can watch it in between because it is recorded, as we said earlier. If you want to try the movements in your own time, it's also available on the Rethinking Pain Facebook page, YouTube channel, and it's also available on the Give Healthy Living YouTube channel with more Movement Matters videos as well. So hope to see you again soon. Take care. See you soon. Bye.